Doctor Who Season 12, Episode 5, titled Refugee of the Judoon. And this episode, I found it to be a little bit being and done that, really. I mean, it is about the Judoon, and the story is them evading Earth to hunt down a fugitive, a refugee. And, I mean, it's Smith and Jones, and Smith and Jones is a better version of this episode. And I get it, they try to do a twist over the mystery aspect of this episode, trying to not knowing who it is, of why, of who, and that kind of thing. But it just felt very being there, really. It's the type of thing where you're like, really, we're doing this thing again? And the mystery wasn't as hooked, really. I mean, the mystery aspect of things wasn't as appealing as the reveal, pretty much. Who they were looking for, why they were looking for them, that was the appealing parts, which I will talk about later, but I just want to hit spoilers. But this episode was that, and a lot of setup. And I mean, a lot of setup as in characters showing up and doing the whole, hey, I'm going, hey guys, just to remind you, I'm going to show up at least in the last two episodes, or the last episode at least. Hope you guys see you later. Like, you know, first, when a certain character shows up, which I will talk later. And that's basically what it feels like. It feels like they're hinting the end of the season, that we're going, like, they're using words like lone Cyberman, or the Empire of Cyberman, and that, and this, and boom, and that, and that, to the point it's just, okay, this episode just felt set up, and a bit of filler, except the little bits and pieces that was kind of needed. And it's just, it's a little, it was, I didn't, it got apparently in the last 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of the episode. That was the interposing part. The rest of it was just like, yeah, yeah, kind of being, doing, killing people, whole, you know, that kind of thing. You know, like, yeah. I'm going to hit spoilers here. So if you haven't seen the episode, thought the episode was meh, really, so that's my thoughts. See you next week. But if you have seen the episode, we'll continue watching. So the two big things is that the reveal has been that the person that the Judoon is looking for is this woman who turns out to be also the Doctor. And when that happened, I'm like, okay, they might do parallel universes, multiverse, that kind of thing. They could do that. But they express that, oh no, this is a Doctor from the future. This is a future Doctor. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, the rumors about season 12 might be the final Chibnall / Wicker season. Might be it, because it feels like this episode felt really leading up to End of Time, leading up to Time of the Doctor, leading up, you know, past generation stories. And it just felt very natural for it, and have the whole thing of time can always be rewritten, because the Doctor, the Doctor we know is saying, I know my past. You have never been, I never been you, and this other Doctor is like, I never have been you. So it's that weird thing. There's that weird thing of what is happening. Time is mucking around, changing different futures. So to be fair, I don't really know what to think. What my speculation is, and that might be playing on the whole time as child aspect of things. Could be. The second big thing is Captain Jack Harkness. John Barrowman comes back as Captain Jack Harkness in this episode, and he's the guy that he's the character that I mentioned about. Hey, I'm here. Just to remind you, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye. Go. Yeah, that's basically what his role is. In this episode, and was it cause he bowing back his hardness? Yeah. Well, I like him as Malcolm Man. I like him as Cack and Jack hardness. So it was happy. I was like, hey, cool. It's been a while. How's Torchwood going after the whole everyone's not the whole thing, everybody's back to dying but you. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It was cool. It's basically this. This episode was a lot of setup with a subplot or the main plot being meh, really. So hopefully episode 6 kind of picks up, and yeah, we're halfway through the season. Is another 10 episodes, so yeah, it's kind of meh for me with this episode, except some cool moments, which was the Dr. Villain